61A Lecture Number 37, Announcements. Lab 13 and Lab 14 are optional. Lab 14 was always optional, but Lab 13 was originally intended to be required, but due to the strike, it's now optional. That means all students will receive lab submission credit for Lab 13, and attendance this week is optional, so all students will receive attendance credit. However, we do have some in-person lab and discussion sections. I've listed them in an ed post. As I learn about more that are going to meet, I will add them to that list. I do recommend that you come to lab and discussion this week if you can. You won't get any attendance credit for it, but you might learn something. Now, since there are only a few lab and discussion sections available, they are open to everybody. They might be quite crowded. I'm sorry if you meet a crowd, but perhaps you'll all find a way to fit. Homework 9 on macros is due Tuesday. Recall that your two lowest homework scores will be dropped. Originally, only one lowest homework score was going to be dropped, but we've increased that to 2 with the goal of allowing you to skip homework 9 if you want, though if you did it already, you could skip something else. And since homework 9 is about macros, and macros are not going to be covered on the final exam except for possibly in an A+ question, I would recommend that you spend your time on something else, like homework 10. Homework 10 on SQL is due Thursday. This is a great chance to learn about SQL, and we will try to provide some office hours to support you in completing this homework assignment. Although they are not scheduled yet, they will be scheduled, and when they are, I'll post on ed and also update the office hours calendar. Finally, the completely optional Scheme Recursive Art contest submissions are due today. Today's lecture is optional, meaning that its content will not be covered on the final exam or on any assignments. It's just for people who are interested. This lecture was always planned to be optional, but it's pretty interesting because it will teach you how to incorporate SQL into a Python program.